Hey, crypto family. So today we're going to talk about the recent market rally, as well as the Binance hack and the aftermath of that, and some Facebook news regarding its stablecoin launch. So going over the market today, it's great to see we're in the green and Bitcoin has broken above that $6,000 level, which has been strong resistance for a long time. It's up 3.63% to $6,073, and a lot of the altcoins are up the same or more. So again, it's great to see the market green again, and I'm going to go over some analysis real quick. So we can see Bitcoin again, it's above that $6,000 level, and right now that $6,000 level is support, and we can see 5,800 is now support, as well as 5,500. So these were some levels that were providing some resistance for a while, and it's great to see we've finally broken above those. Now looking at the daily chart here, we can see the next resistance is going to be around that 6,500 level. So we can see October 16th of last year and November 8th of last year, this did provide some resistance around the 6,500 level, and then even October 8th, and then it went all the way up to 6,700. So I believe this range here is where we're going to see our next big resistance. But again, if we do end up falling through, we have 3 support ranges as well as that strong $5,000 mark, which does look to be strong support as well. So we'll have to see what happens. But again, the biggest thing going into the 4-hour chart is we hold this $6,000 support. If we fall through it, then again, I'll see it bouncing between 5,800 to 6,000, but we'll have to see what happens and if we can continue to rally like we have been. But going over this Binance hack news, so you may have heard that Binance was recently hacked, but looking at the market, you wouldn't even know that. And that's because there was a lot of people coming in to help CZ, the CEO of Binance, while this happened. So this happened right here, May 7th at about 1900 Central Time. Now you can see Bitcoin went from a high of 5,800 to a low of 5,642. So it dipped a little bit, but it was only $150, and then it strongly bounced from there and continued to rise. And that's one of the things I want to point out is a lot of the FUD articles and the news that basically tries to get people to sell their Bitcoin is not having much of an effect as it did last year. Basically, it's like, okay, people realize it, but again, most of the people who would sell during those articles are no longer holding Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So it's really the strong holders right now. It's really the people who, love the technology and just want to see this prosper in the future. And I believe having those strong hands and basically not falling for those articles over and over, basically just having a strong support system is what keeps Bitcoin rising. And I want to mention one of the big reasons why it bounced is you can see CZ here. He tweeted, not the best of days, but we still say transparent. This was yesterday, and he tweeted the Binance security breach hack. Now, this was a hack of over 7,000 Bitcoin. Basically, the hackers got the API keys of a lot of people, and they were able to hack and use those API keys to program a withdrawal option for all that Bitcoin and withdrew 7,000 Bitcoin at once. Now, you can see here, a lot of people came into support. So this is a tweet by Justin Sun, and he says, to support Binance, I'll personally deposit 7,000 BTC worth of USDT into Binance to buy BNB, BTC, Tron, and BTT if CZ Binance agrees. So this is a guy, this is the CEO of Tron. This is a guy who has a lot of money, and again, I wouldn't doubt that he would do this. So that was one person that came to support CZ. So that also caused a bounce in Tron as well. And then also Coinbase is helping them support them with blocking deposits from the addresses of the basically hacked BTC. So, and then you have CZ here doing an AMA. Basically, he talks about the hack, the very first part of this video, and he goes over what happened and how they're working to get all the funds and actually how they have the money to cover the funds. So he rejected all of the people who would say they would pledge, that $40 million. So this is a guy who is really supporting cryptocurrencies, and he's a great ambassador of them. And you can see he's transparent, which is amazing. So again, I just want to point that out when a lot of people talk about hacked exchanges. Binance actually backs up what they say and actually have funds in reserves for instances like this. So it basically goes over it here, and it talks about how Binance makes $840,000 a day, and it only takes them 47 days to recoup this $41 million. So again, you have it here in a chart. Basically, there's 6 largest hack, with Bitfinex, Mt. Gox, and Coincheck being one of the bigger ones above them. And again, basically tells the history of how Binance started and how they've grown, and then also shows how CZ again has been able to cover these losses and what exactly happened with the hack. So again, they're working to fix it, and I believe all the support they received and how transparent they were, that is why we saw this bounce. And again, that also begs the fact to again keep your keys or keep your crypto in a cold storage wallet, because exchanges are always susceptible to hacks. But again, in this video, CZ also mentioned that if you have API keys, definitely get those changed. If you have a authenticator, get that changed as well. Basically change any passwords you have on Binance, just because, you know, if those hackers still have your info, they could potentially hack again. So one of the things I want to point out, and exactly, you know, why it's great to have a transparent CEO, especially when you have an exchange as big as Binance. So next article we're going to talk about is one regarding Facebook, and it says Facebook suddenly relaxes crypto ad terms before stablecoin launch. So a couple of videos ago, I went over Facebook launching their stablecoin called Libra, and they haven't launched it yet, but basically they want to use it to, one, give people the crypto for viewing ads, basically similar to the Brave browser, but they also want to use it as a payment system between users of WhatsApp and then many other applications that they have. Now, it's funny that they're relaxing their crypto ad terms, because last year they actually told people that before you submit any crypto related ads, it has to go through a review process. And it says, quote, "While we still require people to apply to run ads promoting cryptocurrency, starting today, we will narrow this policy to no longer require pre-approval for ads related to blockchain technology, industry news, education, or events related to cryptocurrency." And you can see here, 2018, Facebook bans crypto ads. 2019, Facebook accepts crypto ads. So again, it's kind of similar to China when they banned Bitcoin, then they allowed Bitcoin, and it literally went back and forth. And I believe the reason for this is because they're launching their stablecoin Libra, and they want to be able to advertise on Facebook and not have any restrictions on that. So they'll still ban ICOs, ads for ICOs, which is good because a lot of ICOs are scams. But again, now they're relieving some of those ads for blockchain or stable coins, since that's what they're doing. So again, that's something I want to point out, you know, how when the shoe's on the other foot, now they're crying wolf. So one of the bigger things is the fact that there will be more advertisements for cryptocurrencies on Facebook again, and you can imagine that's going to cause another influx of people who didn't buy last time, who see the cheap prices now and want to jump in. So again, just more stuff, more positive news for cryptos. And, you know, one of the other reasons I think we continue to rise, but again, always have stop losses, always make sure that you're investing only what you can afford to lose. And if you're ever in doubt of, you know, if you should sell or buy, I recommend doing half then. That way you have half of your capital to buy, or still half of it in there if it continues to rise. But again, not investment advice, just my opinion. If y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment if you have any questions, and please subscribe if you haven't. Till next time, thanks for watching.